some sort of oversight of the executive branch is important. And perhaps the one provision in the legislation that has been talked about that I can wholeheartedly agree with is the idea that the executive branch ought to be reporting to Congress when and how often it invokes the state secret doctrine, and I think that would very much help Congress in its oversight role. I can tell you, though, that first of all, there are very significant limitations on the Reynolds doctrine, and I think that perhaps people are overselling how much of an advantage the government can get. It is merely an evidentiary rule. It doesn't require dismissal of the case. Now, if it so happens that the only real evidence you have is evidence that gets excluded on state secrets grounds, then yes, your case will be dismissed. But there are many cases that have gone forward despite the fact that the state secrets doctrine has required certain evidence to be excluded. Now, to a certain extent, I think that there is a constitutional component to claims by the executive branch that it has these sorts of privileges, and I think that people in Congress ought to recognize that that's really good for all the branches of government. Very recently, there was litigation in the D.C. Circuit over a search in this very House office building by Representative Jefferson, and the D.C. Circuit ruled that that search violated his rights as a member of Congress under the Speech and Debate Clause. And I think there is much to be said for that decision, and it gives important protections to members of Congress to be able to do their job, so that if you're going to be supporting those types of rights, I think you need to be supportive of what the federal government is seeking in most of these cases. Obviously, there is some danger of government abuse, and